Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. Isis, All That Glitters. The goddess next door takes on a bikini-clad bank robber in this action-packed all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, All That Glitters in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Better get the cool slow, y'all, because we're having us a barbecue. An OnlyFans model in England is creating a lot of outrage among the public for posting videos of herself leaving her underwear among grocery items in supermarkets and other public settings. Now, in this series of videos that are taken on Instagram and other social media, OnlyFans model Chloe Lopez is shown walking into these locations well dressed, then proceeding to take down her skid mark thong and then place it into a public location as a donation. And she's seen in video that has gone viral taking down her skid mark Victoria's Secret thong and then placing it inside of a bread bin of a supermarket in Spain, then casually sauntering off and continuing to go shopping. And in another supermarket video, she was shown walking into the supermarket, taking down yet another skid mark Victoria's Secret thong and placing it in a place near some packaged grocery items, then continuing to saunter off once more. And in another video, she is seen taking down a skid mark Victoria's Secret thong and then placing it inside of a vending machine and then proceeding to saunter off and continue doing her shopping. Now, this series of incidents definitely fits the pattern and profile of feminist indoctrinated women that I talk about in my book, The Woman Crisis, and this Chloe Lopez definitely looks like a woman in crisis due to the dysfunctional behavior that she's participating in on OnlyFans. Now, this woman, Chloe Lopez, basically believes that these stunts that she's pulling will get her clicks and views on as related to Instagram and lead to people going to her OnlyFans to see more pictures of her. But these patterns of behavior basically show me how this woman has a real serious problem with participating in antisocial behavior in order to get attention for herself. And this whole pattern of just antisocial behavior possibly started when this girl was at an early age, and as she was out growing up at an early age, definitely did not learn the difference between positive attention and negative attention. And because she didn't learn the difference between positive and negative attention, she doesn't know the difference between getting good attention and bad. And because she doesn't know the difference between getting good attention and bad, what she's looking to do here with these stunts is believe that she's participating in some sort of cute behavior that will get her some laughs. Unfortunately, there was nothing funny about this antisocial behavior that Chloe Lopez is participating in. No, this behavior is not really meant to be funny. It's really meant to be cruel in a passive-aggressive way. And passively, it looks like she's pulling a joke on the surface by pulling down her underwear and putting it in these places, but aggressively she's showing her contempt for people with this extremely antisocial behavior by leaving these items in these places and basically showing her contempt by leaving these donations, because this underwear has been on the orifices of her body, such as her anus and her vagina, and that underwear basically is contaminated with a lot of germs that have been all over her body. So instead of her looking to go out here and pull this really juvenile style joke that is supposed that she's the only one getting the laugh from. She's basically disgusting everyone because she wants to just get any attention because she possibly has low self-esteem and is so desperate for attention that she thinks that these stunts are some sort of way to get attention for herself that will amuse her. And again, this whole amusement basically shows how narcissistic this woman is because she doesn't have regard for other people and doesn't have regard for other people's health or safety. Because for this woman to go out here and participate in this, again, disturbing and deviant behavior shows how little regard she has for people. Because for her to go out here and take this underwear that has been on the most intimate orifices of her body and the most germ-laden orifices of her body and put it in a place like a bread bin and then casually saunter off shows how she has no regard for people's health or safety, because what she did there when she put those underwear there was basically contaminate that entire bread bin and put her germs all in that bread. And as she contaminated that area, she made it where not only were those items basically turned into shrink for that supermarket, but she also made it where that entire bin had to have everything taken out and steam cleaned in order to be put back into service, because what her behavior did was basically render everything there completely unsanitary, and she didn't care about any of the people who had to deal with this or the company that would have to deal with those losses. No, it was all about her getting those likes, clicks, and views, and it really is a sad thing to see this person basically sacrifice one of the most important intangibles of their character, their dignity, and their self-respect in order to get those likes and views, because it's just sad to watch a grown woman not understand what dignity is. But sadly, this is the case of the modern feminist indoctrinated woman who doesn't understand what the concept of shame is. Now, many of these modern women, like Chloe Lopez, don't understand what the concept of shame is. And because they don't understand what the concept of shame is, they don't understand what shame is as related to the intangible of dignity. Because people who have a sense of self-worth, they have dignity, and because they have dignity, they don't want to participate in embarrassing behaviors that would shame them. And that's what Chloe Lopez doesn't understand, because she has no dignity. She doesn't understand what she's doing is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to watch a full-grown woman go into a supermarket or a public location and have no understanding of dignity, to understand that you as a person have value and you should not be going out here participating in antisocial behaviors like participating in the indecent exposure of yourself by pulling down your panties in public, and then after pulling down these panties in public, then proceeding to take those same skid mark panties that have been on the most intimate part of your body and then placing them around food people have to eat. I mean, that is utterly disgusting and just downright nasty behavior. Downright nasty, because this person is basically like this, like they're putting their own butt all over people's food and basically putting their butt all over people's food. And what's even worse is the attitude that this woman has, that she thinks that this is cute or funny, and there's nothing cute or funny at all about somebody basically putting their whole anus or their vagina in your food. Because that's what those underwear basically represent. This person, again, just putting their own anus or their vagina in your food, and it's just absolutely disgusting. And this woman sits here and thinks it's a joke, and it's not a joke at all. No, it's not a joke for somebody to, again, disrespect you like this, and it's not a joke to watch somebody basically disrespect themselves. And what's really sad here is that this woman sits here and thinks that it's funny, but this thing is not funny at all. No, this is not humorous at all, because Again, what this woman is doing is dangerous, and this is why this woman definitely needs to be held accountable by whatever company or authorities that she's living in that location, because this woman basically, again, is a threat to people's safety, a threat to people's health with this kind of behavior. And this is not something that I would, again, want to laugh at, because I don't see it as funny. I don't see it as funny of one, because this woman is participating in indecent exposure and participating in the type of voyeuristic behavior that sexual deviants participate in. And two, she's out here contaminating people's food and contaminating people's food in order to get attention for herself, and even worse, will even escalate her behavior, according to reports as related to putting her underwear on somebody's memorial. Again, disrespecting the dead and disrespecting where people have to eat. That's just going too far, as I see it. And I see it as going too far because, again, there's a line as related to comedy, but this woman has definitely crossed it. And again, nothing is funny here about the way this woman is behaving. Nothing is funny at all. No, the behaviors this woman are participating in are the same type of antisocial behaviors I've done research on from my books like The Man Crisis and The Woman Crisis. And this woman definitely is a woman in crisis, a woman in crisis who definitely is a clear and present danger, a danger as related to the health of people and the safety of people. Moreover, a danger to herself because she doesn't understand the concepts of boundaries, and really shows us how many people on social media are becoming more and more out of control and will look to do anything to get attention, and even would go as far as putting people's health and safety to get attention. That's what's really disturbing here as related to the depraved behavior this woman is participating in, and really shows me that really the people at Instagram, the people at OnlyFans, they really need to go and get this woman off their platform, because this is a definite, as I see it, violation of their community guidelines. I mean, this right here, this definitely violates the community guidelines. I mean, at Instagram, I look at it and go, you've got people who basically are putting up pictures of bikinis. They get flagged and stuff, and they get their stuff taken down. But this woman is allowed to stay on there. And when it comes to OnlyFans, yes, I know they have a lot of adult material on there, but this is not adult material that I would consider to be appropriate. I would see that this is obscene to the point, because again, when you have somebody participating in public indecent exposure and then looking to contaminate food, that's basically a violation of any guidelines for any company outside of these really deviant adult websites. I mean, even the most websites, adult websites, they try to keep a line. They don't really want to cross lines because they don't really want the government coming after them. And this woman basically needs to be shown where the line is as related to her, again, antisocial and deviant behavior. And it's not really something that I would consider anybody would see as model behavior at all. I mean, this is not the kind of behavior a person wants to participate in as related to, again, sexy pictures. This is not even, there's nothing sexy at all. This is just sick all around, and it's sick and depraved behavior, that really is absolutely disgusting. And I can understand the calls to have this woman arrested, because what she did in these supermarkets was a crime. It was a crime because, one, it was an indecent exposure in a public place where possibly children would be around, and two, it was, again, a willful and intentional contamination of food. Again, just really sick, twisted behavior, by a person who doesn't understand what boundaries are or respect for other people is, and really shows me, again, a textbook example of everything I talked about in The Woman Crisis. I wrote a whole chapter on this type of woman called Exhibitionism and The Woman Crisis, and this woman is participating in exhibitionism in an effort to get not only attention, but to get power over people, because when it comes comes to those people who participate in exhibitionism, they participated in it because they want to get power over people, and they want to be able to have that sense of godhood, similar to the voyeur who wants to get the feeling of power over people. And this is her way of, again, feeling like she can get power and expressing contempt for people. So a lot of people will think that this is cute and funny locker room style stuff, but no, even when girls participate in locker room style stuff, again, there's boundaries to it. They do stuff in private, and they don't go as far as to, again, doing things that are extreme, like taking clothes that are on their bodies, like their orifices, and doing things like this. No, there's a fine line between women's horseplay and this type of just, again, depraved and antisocial behavior. And this OnlyFans model is one that I'm not a fan of her behavior, and I'm not a fan of this behavior because it just shows me how sad our society has become. How sad our society has become because many of us give passes to these women like this, not seeing how they are a clear and present danger to everyone because they are really not women on OnlyFans, but they are women in crisis. Now, if you'd like to learn what motivates women like this to participate in these type of exhibitionist stunts, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Woman Crisis at other online booksellers like Draft to Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you'd like to see me make more videos about The Woman Crisis, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback. From the author of the critically acclaimed book, The Man Crisis, comes The Woman Crisis. Learn why so many women have become lost in their quest to have it all in The Woman Crisis. Get your copy of The Woman Crisis in paperback at Amazon.com and online booksellers today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.